Now we are going to search all this attribute. It is present for us or not. So copy this account, expire this. Type it here, right, or it is not a line type, should type manually. So account expire. It is there for us, right? So again check for the CN value. Is CN is there or not? Okay, CN, we have then CO. So basically we do not have the CO attribute, right? So we are not going to pass this attribute right, or I will show you also how you can place your condition right. If the attribute is not there, we should pass a if, else when. So the condition should be, you have to write a statement. If user.country equal to null, then you would pass a null value or simple, normally a random value or a constant value also you can pass it. The simple. Leave it as of now. Go to the department attribute right and check whether the department is there for not. So we are not leveraging the department attribute right. Display name, for sure it will be there, right? Okay, we have the display name. Employee ID also will be there. Yeah, so I believe employee ID also, it is not there for us. So employee number. We have it like that employee type. So, ideally, employee type should be there, but we won't be considering this employee type. Basically you can pass what is your employee type, whether that is employee or a contractor. So those information we can pass it. So leave it like that and don't consider it. So first name will be taking right. We have our given name attribute, which is you know there and your user's city. Basically, I'm passing to this L attribute. So L attribute, keep it like that. We'll be passing a city from our side. Let's see. Email, we have the email attribute right search for a mail. It is not there, but we'll be passing email attribute because we have asked, you know, user import to auto-generate email right. So mail attribute is there in display name. It is going to your name attribute. So here it should be, there your name attribute. Okay. Object class. So this object class it is always. You know it is up to your target Active Directory. So if you go open right for this user, there is no, it should be there at least. Object class. So organization, person top user. So these are the object class. Basically what object class is give or it is, you know, in your target Active Directory, right here to differentiate between user. Or to have a class for the user. So we basically refer, you know, using the object class. So how this example would be right if a student is studying in your 8th class or 9th class or 7th class, right? What is their object? Class. So basically, their object class is right, it is 8. That means they are studying in the 8th class. So in your Active Directory, some of the default. Or this object class would be top and person. So if any user here actually how this is, you know, scattered here, it should be like something like this, so the object class, it will be like your top will be here, right? Under that, you will have your object right, you will have your person. And let us say under person, you have created a other object class, that is Taylor's nobility person. I am just giving example. Okay, and you have a different object class. Also, let us say, demo person. If you want to specifically put a user or you want to give the access only to the not this domain or not this object class only, you want to provision the user here to the demo person. So you can mention, while provisioning happening right in our this document, was the user whoever will create it, actually they will have, like this object class, so that you can define here, so that the user won't be created under this one. It will be created under this one only. So different user criteria is there. That is how you know. We use to manage Active Directory, and this Active Directory object class is a compulsory attribute. Without object class, you cannot store a user in your Active Directory. This is how, something like without a class, you cannot admin or admit a student in your syllabus or in a school, right? They must have a class that is, defined for them. So the same way, object class will be right. It is mandatory. So it is not mandatory that all the object class should be there for the user. It is specific. So this object class information. It is always, sent by your organization or your business requirement how they have scattered this. So these thing it will be not known for us because this Active Directory application it will be managed by your administrator or a different application team who is owning this application. So it is their responsibility right to implement this object class and what all your custom object class should be here that I showed. Like tell us person or demo person. So it will be mentioned by your application team and they will be giving you all the object class information right and you will be using those object class before we know the user. So we are here, right, the object class, right, basically, this attribute, how you gonna search, if you go here and if you type object class, right, it will be showing for you all this object class. It available for this user, for this KVN user. Okay, and if you go back, physical delivery, office name. We are not passing any office name, so delete it. So, manager, at least we should pass the manager in the real time. This manager attribute, it should be there. And why it is not coming from user, why it is coming from manager account. There is a separate story, right? So I have also seen in my cases, if I pass directly user object for the manager right user manager instead of manager account, what is happening? Sometime this manager attribute, it will go blank for you. Why? Because let's say there is a user, let's KVN. So KVN has a manager. Right. So let's say yes under an object class, right? So say, if you provision to the attribute and if you don't specify that object class in that list right in the configuration list, does the provisioning fail? It will be. It will be fail. For sure it will be fail. So if the object class, whatever you know, referring to your attribute and everything. If you do not provide that right, that is gonna fail for you, and you can find that clear information right in your log when you are doing a provisioning, so which all attribute are mandatory for you and which of it is not mandatory, right? So that is already defined by your application. So for us, these are the default attribute or the default object class which is available in our system. We are seeing. But if any attribute or any object class which is mentioned as a mandatory for this attribute right, if you are not passing that, it will fail for you. I will tell you scenario right where we are passing the organization at. Let's say, this organization person we are passing right in our cases. It is not exactly the case. It's a small case for us. So this time also right.